guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing another guide because before my guide did really well on the scheduled pass rate. So now this is going to be a guide on to get the 4th Horseman shotgun. Now this shotgun was actually in D1 and it was insane. So this is basically going to be how to get it in D2. So obviously first of all you're going to go to Zavala the Blueberry. As you can see, the quest is enter the vault. Now this is quite simple to get in. It took a bunch of tries for me, but if you just follow this path, where I am showing you now, you should be able to get there. Basically, if you look to, I got this wrong first part, but if you look to your right, you see those 2 stairs. You want to get down those. Now, if you look ahead of you, that's a door. You don't want to get there. You want to go to the second door. Now, if you turn an immediate left here, you've entered the office. But that's not what you want. You want to enter one of the passageways. As you can see, I went down and you have to go behind the stairs. There's a little hutch. Okay? As you can see, you would fall down and you have to kind of make the jump. It's not any like Outbreak perfected, so it should be that easy. You want to climb up the stairs again. You want to enter. You want to enter the room. Now you should be able to climb up somewhere. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go. You see that vault? You should be able to climb up there. You go there. Sorry for the 50 failed attempts I got on it. As you can see, I have the new exotic helmet. It's actually really good. You want to turn right. You want to go all the way forward. You don't want to turn right. Now, once you've entered this area and you've went down, I had to edit the video here because it took a bunch of time to find this out because I am literally blind. As you can see, you go up the stairs, you turn around, and you jump up here. Once you've jumped up here, you just jump again. Everything after this is just easy. It's easy to figure out. You go down, you're there. Okay? Now, you'll see here, it says hold X. You want to hold X or whatever you're doing on PC, and you should get the next step, which is called missing in action. As you can see, return to the Zavala and inform the weapon is missing. Okay? So what I did now is just obviously return to Zavala. Once you've reached Zavala, he shouldn't be that hard to find. He's literally the giant blueberry in the middle of the courtyard. You get another quest called Fresh Lead. Okay? As you can see, I'm just hovering over that. If you open Director, go to quests, see if Anna has some tech to track the missing weapon. Now you basically just have to visit Anna Bray. Okay? She's obviously in Mars, you know where to go. Just do that. After this step, you start actually having to do some stuff. Okay?
Guardian?
Once you've returned to Anna, you should get the next step on the hunt. On this step, on the hunt, Anna would like you to kill Cabal and complete public events to gain intel of the Cabal. Oblige her. Basically, I think public events, from what my experience, gives you 20%, and killing Cabal, I'm not sure how much they give you. I don't think it's that much of a high number, because in some of the next quests, you're going to have to kill a bunch of stuff as well. So I totally suggest doing public events and that kind of stuff. If you want, I guess you can do some Cabal lost sectors, they may help, but I just showed this footage of a public event just because I got it. I was so close to finishing the time because I was AF. Now let's actually talk about the 4th Horseman while I'm doing this public event. Basically, it's the last word of shotguns. It has one part called broadside, which allows it, the more you shoot, the further spread the bullets have and the more damage they do. I think because they added the catalyst immediately when they added the gun, I think the catalyst gives you a bunch of more magazine, which is going to be very useful. That DPS wise, I think it's a good gun. I think actually I think this shotgun's kind of more of a PvE option than a PvP option, just because of broadside park and that kind of stuff, because you really need ammo to work this gun. But yeah, without ammo, this gun is not amazing, and reload speed needs to be quite high, which I think the catalyst also fixes. So I think the catalyst will actually help a ton. Now, these are a bunch of weapons I suggest just to farm the public events. I'd use Whisper of the Wild, Exotic Sniper, just to get really high damage in and get it over and done with really quickly. As you can see, I just destroyed that Servitor tonight. Otherwise, I used a Godroll Traveler's Judgment 5, which I'm a big fan of. It's a like triple fire sidearm, which does actually really high damage. And then I obviously use Mountain Top in the end. As you can see, I use this footage because I was 1 second away from losing AFK Frill. Otherwise, yeah. So that should count as 20%, as you can see. I didn't think I got any more because I didn't get the bar. Now, once you finish that quest and you've done 5 public events or less, if you're killing the Cabal, then you want to return to Anna again. Then you want to take the collected intel back to Anna and see what you can discover. I recommend 100% running EP. It will give you 10% completion for this task. Now, as you can see, the next quest is called In Rides a Pale Horse. Take the collected intel data and return it back to Anna Bray. All you have to do is just visit Anna Bray. Now, once you've seen Anna Bray, which should be quite simple, you're going to want to collect some chests. These kind of chests, which I'm teabagging on surprisingly, are called Cabal chests. You want to loot those up and those will give you 20%. The other 6% are from killing Scions and basically killing Scions. Basically, to do this, you need to kill Scions, open Cabal planetary chests, and that's it. I think like a bunch of lost sectors work when killing Scions. The Madim, Subterranean, Lost Sector, and the Glacial Drift. There are tons of Scions there, so that will help a lot. Otherwise, I just chilled around this area, basically killed a bunch of Scions because they always just keep spawning. So that should be that. And there's a bunch of chests later on. I'll give you another location of it. I suggest using a ghost with the chest scavenger, whatever it's called, just so you can see chests from like a 50-30 mile radius. Now, once you've finished that, you've looted a bunch of chests and you've killed a bunch of Scions, you just want to speak to Benedict 44, who's in the annex in the tower. Now, once you've been to Benedict, he's going to give you another quest. This is probably one of the most annoying quests to do in the whole thing. Basically, what you've done is you finished all your Anna Bray quests, and now you need to do some of the Benedict quests. So basically, in this quest, I think it's called Dirty Work, he wants you to eliminate enemies, run patrols, and complete public events. I find the best way of doing this, I've tested all of them, salvage missions, which is a patrol, where you have to kill a bunch of dregs. I think that gives you 5 to 7% in this quest. I think killing enemies is probably the hardest one to do. Basically, in this quest, you could just leave it to go normal because you can kill enemies. But if you really want to get it done quickly, then I suggest actually doing public events / salvage mission kind of bounties and stuff. In this step of the quests, basically, it depends what kind of player you are. If you want, you can do some lost sectors, get a bunch of kills, or you could do a bunch of patrols, or I think the Seraph Tower actually gives you a bunch of progress. That's what I did. This is just a public event and salvage missions, but I'll show you a bunch of clips of Seraph Towers. Now, this is some footage of me doing Seraph Tower, the new public event. I think this is actually very useful when it comes to this quest. Well, this is what I did basically. I did Seraph Tower, and because yesterday when I was doing it, a bunch of Scions spawned, and basically you can just get loads of enemies killed, and you're actually doing progress because you're doing the Seraph Towers event, which actually helps a lot. Then, also, the best thing that you can do is to get a patrol, which is to kill, like, Scions or Cabal or something, and then run this, because that will just grant you ton more progress. As you can, I think by the end of this I gained like 10 progress just from killing ads, and a bunch more for actually completing it. So I just run this all the time. That's what I did. Now, once you've finished all this, it's a long quest. All you need to do is just go back to Benedict. I can show you the route. It's another annex. Once you do this, congratulations, you're on the final step. In the final quest, you have to complete the legendary Lost Sector Quarry. It's called In Rides a Pale Horse. This is right next to your bunker. That's where it should be located. I've heard sometimes it doesn't appear. So if you want to just wait the next day, it should be on daily resets for the bunker. Basically, you just want to finish that mission. Now, for me, it took a while to load in, and originally my game crashed when I loaded in, so I rerun it. But you can see what I'm using here. I used a Reclusive Overload, and my teammate, Scale, I think you've seen him in a previous video, he used Anti-Barrier rounds and a Recluse. I used Whisper of the Worm just to defeat those champions and Mountaintop for the high DPS. I also used the new exotic Warlock helmet, which appeared very useful in this encounter, and I used Daybreak. I don't suggest using a Still Super. I suggest using a Roaming Super. Use a Tether with Orpheus Frig as well if you can. One of the things about this legendary lock sector is that it's quite a high power, because I haven't been playing for the whole season. This is the first thing I did, just so I can make it into a YouTube video. I am 960 power, whereas the power you should be is 1000. So is my teammate. So I'm basically like extremely underpowered. But one of the best things you can do, I did this yesterday, it was really useful. You can actually skip the ads. All you have to do is just skip the ads. When you skip the ads, at the end there should be what's his name? A Centurion. And if you kill him, you basically will be able to open the chest for the Lost Sector. Sorry, for some reason my stupid self forgot to record opening the last chest, but that's literally all you have to do. You open the last chest, you get the 4th Horseman straight up. There's also a catalyst which you can get if you do legendary Lost Sectors and a bunch of Seraph Towers, but you really have to get the RNG and grind for that. The catalyst is really useful if you're not Hunter, because Hunters can obviously just dodge and get their armor back. Whereas if you're a Warlock or Titan, then the reload speed's not going to be amazing, which the catalyst increases, and you have more magazines. So basically, in total, this gun is good. The DPS is crazy. You can laser some yellow bars, but you need to be quite close, and you will use a lot of ammo. Well, this has been the guide. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed it. Comment if you want, or you don't have to. But I really hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day.